The first thing I remember is the rain, not the sound, the weight of it. It hit my face so hard I could barely breathe. My hair was plastered to my skin, my shoes filled with water after the first 10 steps. And I was standing outside my own house, waiting for someone to open the door again. They didn't. "Get out," my father had said. No yelling, no hesitation, just a decision. "I don't need a sick daughter like you." I was 15, and for a few seconds after the door closed, I stayed on the porch, not moving, not thinking, just waiting. Because some part of me believed this had to be temporary, that he would open the door again, that my mom would come after me, that someone would realize this had gone too far. But the house stayed quiet, warm light behind the windows, shadows moving inside, life continuing, without me. That was the moment something settled in my chest. Not panic, not even fear, just a quiet, heavy understanding. They weren't coming, so I stepped off the porch and into the storm. The truth is, that night didn't start in the rain. It started years earlier, in small moments that didn't seem important at the time. Moments that taught me how little space I actually had in that house. My sister, Madison, was 8 when I first noticed it clearly. I was 11. That year, I won first place at a regional science fair. I remember every detail: the smell of the gymnasium, the nervous energy, the moment they called my name. I had worked for months on that project, and when I got home, I was still holding the ribbon so tightly my fingers hurt. "I won," I said. My mom smiled, hugged me. "That's wonderful, sweetheart." For about 5 seconds, I felt seen. Then the front door opened. Madison walked in crying. Loud, immediate, urgent. "I messed up my turn," she sobbed. My mom let go of me instantly, dropped everything, knelt down, pulled Madison close. "Oh, baby. It's okay." And just like that, I disappeared. I stood there holding that ribbon. No one asked to see it. No one asked what I had built. No one even remembered. That was the first time I understood something I couldn't explain yet. In our house, Madison's feelings were louder than my achievements. And louder always won. That pattern didn't change. It grew. By the time I was 14, I had stopped bringing things home to show them. Grades didn't matter, awards didn't matter, opportunities didn't matter, because there was always something more important, and it was never me. Then came the lies. At first, they were small: a missing sweater, a broken object, things that weren't worth arguing over. And even when I pointed them out, gently, carefully, Madison would deny it. And my parents would believe her, not because she had proof, but because she cried. That's the part people don't understand unless they've lived it. It's not one big betrayal, it's hundreds of small, stacked so slowly, you don't realize how deep you've sunk until you can't get out. Then one day, money went missing. $50 from my mom's wallet. Madison said she saw me near it. That was enough. "Did you take it?" my dad asked. "No. She says you did." "She's lying." His expression changed instantly. "Don't accuse your sister." That was the moment. Everything shifted. Not because I was punished, but because I realized truth no longer mattered. Only perception did. And Madison controlled that. By 15. I had already learned to stay quiet, to minimize myself, to survive. I told myself I just had to hold on 2 more years. Just make it to college. Just get out. I didn't know I would be forced out. Sooner. The night everything broke started quietly. Too quietly. Madison wasn't crying at dinner. She wasn't talking either. Just sitting there, watching me. Every time I looked up, she looked away. That should have been my warning, because silence from her was never neutral. It meant something was building. Around 8 p.m., I heard it. Crying. Loud. Sharp. Immediate. Right on schedule. "Olivia, get down here." My dad's voice cut through the house. My stomach dropped. Because I already knew. Whatever this was, I was about to be blamed for it. Madison was on the couch, curled into my mom, shaking. My dad stood across the room, arms crossed. What's going on? I asked. Madison looked up, and for just a second, her face changed. The tears stayed, but behind them, something else flickered, something controlled. Then it was gone. Why do you hate me? She said. My mind went blank. What? You've been spreading rumors about me. I haven't. She pulled out her phone. Then explain this. Screenshots. Messages. My name. My profile. But not my words. I didn't send that. Stop lying, my dad snapped. I'm not enough. That word ended everything. Then she kept going. You've been flirting with Jake. I helped him study. You knew I liked him. That doesn't mean, and you pushed me. That one landed differently. What? She showed a bruise. Perfectly placed. Impossible to argue with. I never touched you. You did, she whispered, and my mom believed her immediately. That's the moment that stays with me. Not the accusation. Not even the punishment. But the speed. The speed at which they chose her. Without question. I didn't do this, I said. No one responded. You're sick, my dad said, calm, final. Something is wrong with you. That word hit harder than anything else. Not because I believed it, but because he did. I'm not. I've heard. Enough, he pointed at the door. Get out. I laughed. Not because it was funny, because it didn't feel real. It's storming. I don't care. Where am I supposed to go? That's not my problem. I looked at my mom. She didn't even look at me. She just held Madison tighter. That was it. That was the moment I understood. I didn't lose an argument. I lost my place in that family, so I left. The storm didn't feel real at first, just cold, then painful, then overwhelming. The rain hit my face so hard it blurred. Everything, streetlights smeared into long streaks of light. Cars passed too fast. No one stopped. I tried calling people, no answer. Everyone was home, safe. I wasn't. I started walking toward the bus station. 2 miles. Each step heavier than the last. Somewhere along the way, something changed. Not outside, inside. I started questioning myself. Maybe right, maybe something is wrong with me. Why else would everyone choose her? Every time? That's the dangerous part of being gaslit for years. Eventually, you stop trusting your own reality. I didn't see the car until it was already there. Headlights. Too bright, too close. A. Horn. Then impact. Pain. Sharp. Immediate. Then nothing. When I came back, I was on the ground. Rain still falling. But someone was there. Stay with me. A woman's voice. Steady. Urgent. Hands on my shoulder. Warm. What's your name? I tried to speak. My parents. I'll call them. What's their number? They don't want me. She froze. What? They kicked me out. There was a pause, a shift. Something changed in her voice. I'm here, she said. I'm not going. Anywhere. Sirens. Lights. Darkness. I woke up in a hospital. Bright lights. Machines. Silence. And someone sitting next to me. The same woman. Dry now. Composed. Watching me. She didn't leave. Not that day. Not the next. My parents came once. Stood at the end of the bed. Said I scared them. Said they were glad I was okay. They didn't apologize. They didn't explain. They didn't ask me to come home. That told me everything I needed to know. Then the social worker came. Asked a simple question. Do you want to go? Back? I hesitated. Not because I wanted to go, but because I didn't know if I had another option. I can take her, the woman said. I looked at her. You don't know me. I know enough, she said. Her name was Dr. Eleanor Smith. That was the moment everything changed. Not when I was thrown out, but when someone chose me anyway. 13 years later, I stood on a stage. dry, steady, in control. My name is Olivia Sterling. At first, they didn't react. Then slowly, recognition, shock. I told my story, not with anger, not with drama, just truth. A 15-year-old girl was told she didn't belong. Silence. She was put out in a storm. Movement in the crowd. That girl was me. I didn't need to look at them. I could feel it. And someone chose to help. Her. I turned slightly. Dr. Smith sat in the front row, still there. That changed everything. Afterward, they came to me. Of course they did. We're sorry. We were wrong. But something had changed. Not them. Me. I forgive you, I said. And I meant it. But forgiveness isn't the same as access. I don't want a relationship, Madison cried. Said she was young, didn't understand. But I remembered her face. The moment I walked into the storm. The way she stopped crying and smiled. Some things you don't forget. I walked away. And this time, I didn't wait for anyone to follow, because I finally understood. Something that took me years to learn. Family isn't who claims you, it's who chooses you. And for the first time in my life, I had that.